Okay. Yes. So sit comfortably and just let the hands rest onto the legs. Feel a nice lift of the spine, but a dropping of the shoulders. And the slightest little tilt of the chin to feel long in the back of your neck. Close your eyes. Just take a moment to let the body become very still. Feel your contact points with the ground. There's that grounding quality to your seat, but a lightness in the upper body. Relax the jaw. Let the breath flow in and out of the nose unless your nose is blocked. And start to guide your inhale to fill the belly, the ribs, the middle of the back. And with the exhale, a very gentle drawing in of the navel towards the end of the exhaling breath. And allow that breath to gradually become fuller, if that's available to you. And try to keep the mind on the breath just for a few more rounds. Keep breathing slowly. We'll have a few circles of the arms. So inhale to circle the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands down to the heart. And repeat that movement a few more times with your breath. One more circle. And then we'll interlace the fingers and very slowly and gently circle out the hands. And circle the other way. And then shake out the hands. Just come a bit closer. And then we'll do a couple of mudras, which we've done once before. So we're starting off with a mudra called Hamsasya, which is swan beak. So we're pinching the thumb and first finger together and then kind of almost curling the rest of the fingers. And just hold it there. Just notice where you're feeling the sensation as you create that shape in your hands. And we'll alternate between this one and our earth mudra. So we're opening out the palms. Ring finger is going to be tucked by the thumb towards the palm, and the other fingers are spread. So it's the ring finger pushing down by the thumb. And we'll alternate between those two. So coming to pinch the thumbs and then kind of circle the hands up and pinch the index finger. And just do that a few more times. So warming up the fingers and the wrists. And then the next time you are in your earth mudra, so you're pinching the thumb down, just let the that mudra stay as it is, but bring the hands to rest onto the legs and close the eyes for a moment. So this is a grounding mudra. So again, just feel the contact with the floor. Breathe those slow, deep breaths. One more deep breath here. And we might use this mudra in a balance later. So remember what it feels like. Release the hands. And then we're going to creep the hands forward to come into a forward bend. Stretching the hands as far forward as they'll go. Stay folded. And then just have a few rolls of the head side to side. Very slowly. And then just let the head become still and walk your hands over to the right. Have the palms flat and the arms straight. So think about your arms feeling like they do in a down dog. So there's a bit of downward energy into the heels of the hands and stretching that left hip back. Notice where you're feeling that sensation of a couple of breaths, nice, slow, calming breaths. And then slowly walk the hands over to the other side. Same thing. Press into the heels of the hands, stretch that right hip back. Walk the hands out in front of you and then walk them in towards you to bring you all the way up. And then we'll take a side bend. So reaching up nice and tall with your left hand and then taking it over. Try to keep the shoulder rolling back. And then inhale to come up, exhale, bending over to the other side. Inhale, come back to center. And then we're going to take the legs out comfortably wide. And just get that lift in the spine. Don't hesitate to lift yourself up higher onto a block if you need to. Clasp the hands together and stretch the arms as far forward as they'll reach. And then we'll make our circles here. So try to take a full inhale and exhale to get round your circle. You might let the eyes rest, so really tuning into sensations in the body as you move around. And then moving in the other direction. Good. One more circle. And then sitting tall again, reach the arms up. From the waist, turn to face the right leg and then exhale, fold down, rest the fingertips down, drop the chin. On your next inhale, lift the arms, come back to center. Turn from the waist to the other leg and exhale, fold down. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, release the hands down, tip back, and then slide the legs in so soles of the feet are together. Holding on to your toes or your ankles or your shins to pull your chest forward, shoulders back. Close your eyes. So feel the contact of the feet into each other. And imagine you're trying to stretch the knees out in opposite directions. See if you can just stay in the pose and focus on your breathing, inhaling for 4, exhaling for 5 or 6. Good. One more round of this counted breath. And then we'll take the hands to the outside edges of the knees to lift the knees. And then stand the feet out in front of you. Holding onto the knees, one hand on each knee. And then inhale, start to lean back until the arms are straight. Exhale, slowly bring yourself forward. And the next time that we're leaning back, we'll stay there. Try not to collapse the back, so we're pushing the chest forward. Hover the feet off the ground, so you're balancing on your sit bones. Draw the low belly in. Maybe release the arms, palms facing up, and you might change the angle of the legs. You might come into more of a right angle or straighten out the legs. Keep lifting the chest. One more breath. And then release down. And then we'll come onto hands and knees. So begin with some nice slow cat-cow. Exhale as you press the spine up, tuck your chin. Inhale to lift the tailbone, lift the heart, look forward. Really breathing nice and slowly so the movement is slow. Good. Do one more round. And then we're just going to work a little bit on strength into the wrists. So we're going to lean into one hand and just pick the other one up a couple of inches off the ground, and then shift the weight over to the other hand and just go side to side a few times. And then we'll start to turn the hand out gradually. Each time you place the hand down, start to turn it out. So your fingers may eventually face the long edges of your mat, or they might even come further around to face towards the knees, but just keep padding the hands out until you reach as far round with that rotation of the hand as far as it wants to go. And once you've got there, just come back into stillness. And then a very small movement of the hips backwards and forwards. Good. And then we'll reverse that movement. So just starting again, lean into one hand, pick up the other, and start to turn the hands gradually until the fingers are facing forward again. Good. So once your fingers are facing forward, you're back to all fours, wrists are underneath your shoulders. Stretch out your right leg behind you, tuck the toes under and push back the heel. Slight drawing in of the lower belly as you lift the leg, not very high, keep the hips level. And then either rest on the fingertips of the left hand or reach the left arm out in front. Exhale, we're going to tap down with the toes and the finger. Inhale, lift up. We'll do that one more time. Bring the palm down, and then we'll turn the right foot so the toes are facing the long edge of your mat. You take your left foot quite far over to the left and reach up slowly with that right arm. And we'll start to make big circles with the right arm, taking a full inhale and exhale for your circle. Moving the arm in the other direction. One more circle, and then we'll keep reaching up, really spread the fingers. And maybe go to the balance here, lifting the right leg with a flex in the foot. And taking the right arm over the head as if you're trying to create a straight line from your fingers to your heel. Really stretching the right side body here. On your inhale, reach back up with that right hand. And then exhale, come back down to all fours. Stretch out your left leg behind you. Tuck the toes. A couple of breaths here. So that drawing in of the low belly as you lift the left leg and reach with the right arm or rest on the fingers. Exhale to tap down. Inhale to lift. Do that one more time. Palm comes down, we'll turn the left foot, take the right foot to the right, and the left arm reaches up And then we'll circle that left arm nice and slowly. And a few circles the other way. Good. And then keep reaching up with that left hand. Maybe lift the left leg. Maybe reaching the left arm over. Push it away through the heel. Reach with the fingers. Inhale as you lift the arm and exhale, come back down to all fours. And then from there, we're going to come to lying all the way down on our fronts. Stretch the arms out in front of you. So you have got your arms at shoulder width apart and the palms of the hands are facing towards each other. Rest the forehead. And then we'll lift on the diagonal. Inhale, right arm, left leg and the head lift. Exhale, come down. Inhale, left arm, right leg lift. Exhale down, and so on. And as you lift, you might notice a difference in range of movement and sensation from one side to the other. And then for the next few rounds, having awareness of the limbs that stay on the ground supporting you. So a bit of downward energy into the leg and the arm that's staying down. Next time you lifted your left arm, the right leg, you should be balanced. And then rest the forehead down and slide the hands to rest underneath your shoulders, tuck the elbows in. So with the lightest of touches in the hands, we'll just do a few cobras now. So inhale up into your cobra, exhale down. Keep going, resting whenever you need to. Good. One more. So we're going to press into the hands to come back up to all fours. Let's have a couple of breaths in child's pose, stretching the back the other way. So knees wide, forehead supported. See if you can send the inhale to expand into the lower and middle back. Good. So when you're ready, come back up to all fours. Tuck your toes under and lift up to a down dog. And just have a little walk out of the legs. And then step yourself to the top end of your mat. Soften the knees quite a lot. Push into the feet and slowly come all the way up to stand. So have your feet hip width apart, palms just slightly turned forward. A couple of slow breaths here, adjusting to being upright. Downward energy into your feet. And then we're going to do our sun breath. So inhale, big circle of the arms to come up. And exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circling up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's do 2 more rounds. Just move with your own breath. Separate your feet now so that you've got space for a squat. We're coming into goddess pose. So feet are turned out at about 45 degrees, and then knees are going to shoot out over the toes, keeping the upper body nice and lifted. And then we're going to cactus the arms, take the elbows as far back as they'll go by burning, and relax the shoulders, equal weight in the feet. Good. So pushing from the feet. So inhale, straighten the legs, lift the arms, maybe tap the thumbs. Exhale, elbows down as you drop down. And just keep going for a few more rounds. Next time you're in the pose, pause there for a couple of breaths. Really spread the fingers, elbows back. And then release the arms, clasp the hands together behind the back, straighten out the legs. Widen the feet so the outer edges straight now. If holding the hands isn't good for your shoulders, you could hold your forearms instead. And then slowly fold down. Keep length in the spine as you fold forward. And maybe the hands could move away from the spine, see how that feels for you.
Good. So release the grip of the hands, bring the fingertips out in front of you and come up to a nice long flat back. And then we're going to bring the wrists together and have the fingers facing out to the sides. So you might need block for that. You might need a good bend in the knees. And we'll do a few twists. So inhale, take the right arm out to the side and up. Exhale, bring the hand down. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale down and so on. Keep going with your breath. Next time your right arm is lifted, you must stay in the twist. And if you gently push away the floor with the feet and the supporting hand, you might get a little bit more turn. Make sure that the neck feels comfortable wherever you've positioned your head. On your next exhale, release that hand down. And inhale, reach up with the left arm and stay in the twist. Exhale to bring the hand down. Good bend in the knees. Bring the hands to the thighs. And then slowly come all the way up. Good. And then we're going to come to warrior two, right side. So turn your right foot at 90 degrees. Turn your left heel back a little bit. And then bend into that right knee and open out the arms. Relax the shoulders, glancing over your right fingertip. So right foot forward. Bring the back of the left hand to the lower back. Turn the right palm up. Keep the shape in the legs as you lift the arm to reverse your warrior. Again, that comfort of the neck. Make sure that that's comfortable. Good. So really strong in the legs as we start to tip forward to rest the right elbow down onto the right leg. Roll that left shoulder as far back as it will go. Then reach up with the left arm. Maybe taking the arm over the head. Push down into the left foot. Let the next inhale bring you back up to your warrior two. And then exhale, release. Pivot your feet to face the other way, warrior two on the left side. Open out the arms, settle into the pose. See just how steady and still you can become. Bring the back of the right hand to the lower back. Turn the left palm up and reverse your warrior. Pushing down into that back foot, slowly tip forward to rest the elbow on the leg. Roll the right shoulder back, then float the arm up and maybe all the way over. On your inhale, come back up to your warrior. And exhale, release the arms, release the legs. Good. And then we'll step the feet in.
And we're going to do some balancing. So we might use our Earth Mudra again. So your ring finger, the one next to the little finger, is tucking in and you're pressing it towards the palm with your thumb and spreading the other fingers. So you've got that mudra. See if it helps. Find a spot for the eyes to fix on. And I'm going to lean into the right leg, pick up the left knee, and have a few circles of the foot both ways. Good, and then flex the foot and slowly on the exhale, push the heel down, not all the way, and then inhale, very slowly lift the knee. You can do that a few more times. And the next time you exhale, let the foot come all the way down. Feel the difference in the legs. Keep that focus for the eyes as you shift the weight over and bring the right knee up and circle the foot both ways. Flex the foot. On the exhale, slowly press the heel down. Inhale, slowly lift the knee. And this time, let the foot come all the way down. Have the feet comfortably close together. And then we're going to lift up onto the toes. See if you can stay on the toes as we soften the knees and start to lower all the way down. You might still have the mudra, you might not. Good. A couple of breaths once you're down. Good stretch for the feet. Not the most comfortable, but a good stretch nevertheless. Release the hands, release the knees. And then from here, come to laying down the last few minutes. Have the knees bent, soles of your feet on the floor. And open out the arms nice and wide. Have the palms facing up. And just choose the angle for your arms that feels most comfortable. So you can release the shoulders down. Okay, stepping the feet as wide as the mat. On your exhale, let both of the knees move to the right. Inhale, come up to the top. Exhale, knees to the left, and so on. A few more times. Let the eyes rest now. The next time your knees are flopped over to one side, doesn't matter which side, let them stay there and let the head roll in the opposite direction to where the knees are facing.
On your next inhale, bring the knees and the head back to center, and exhale, drop them over to the other side. On your next inhale, bring the legs and the head back to center, and either let the knees drop in to support each other or stretch out your legs, whichever is your preference for relaxing. And let the arms come in a little bit closer. So settling the body for a couple more minutes. Feel the contact with the ground. The whole body more prepared now to become very still and rest and soak up the benefits of your practice this morning. Completely relax the jaw and feel the touch of your breath passing in and out of the nostrils. And let the mind just rest there on the movement of your natural breath in and out of the nose. So just take a moment to just notice how you feel now, what's left over from your practice this morning. And then take the arms wide and up and over the head. Stretch out the legs, point the toes. And then lift the knees, give the knees a hug in. And just have a couple of slow circles of the knees. Massaging your back against the floor. And a couple of circles in the other direction. And then when you're ready, let yourself slowly roll over to one side. And take your time to push into the hands to come up to sit.
So thank yourself for doing your practice this morning. Hope you feel better for that. Have a lovely day. Namaste. I will see you next Wednesday when it's going to be a heat wave. So expect to see you all in your vests and shorts. Have a lovely week.
That was great, Theresa. Thank you.